Hello, this is D1 Post, and you're watching the fourth week of this draft league. And boy, do I have a doozy for you today. This week we are fighting Hydra, aka the Cataclysm Cadillacs, I think. That's not important. The big thing to note is that we're both the only two undefeated players in this draft league. So this week is huge. And let's just get into his team. Because it is really, really strong. And it just goes to show how good of a team builder he is when he's limited like here. Because he was able to make something really strong. So first we have the Weird Deer. And the stuff Weird Deer can do, it has Size Shield Bash, and as you can see, like the rest of the picks are just really strong physically. So Sight Shield Bash is gonna be really strong. You can probably expect it to be kind of speedy, just to outspeed some of these threats. But honestly, saying as my team has a lot of fast Pokemon, I don't actually think that he's going to go for a fast mode. I think he's going to opt for Trick Room here. Now, what are the last few moves? I don't actually know if it matters that much. Shy Shield Bash and Trick Room are the biggest bets. He can definitely go for Protect, just for the Fake Out from my Liepard. But yeah, these three moves are pretty much the strongest. Then we have Mudstale, which is really strong into my team because it has Heavy Slam. It can pretty much just one-shot both my Sylveon and my Floette. I had to sacrifice a lot just to be able to survive one of these Heavy Slams. I am imagining that he's going to bring it as per the Trick Room mode. And the ground moves, I'm not too scared about. He also has Stamina, which will definitely impact how I approach it with Palafin. Like, I'm anticipating bringing Palafin to this matchup, without a doubt. And then we have Kangaskhan, which one of the least I expect him to bring is Weirder Kangaskhan for that Fake Out Pressure and Double Edge. He could go for a Fake Out Last Resort. I don't know if I really expect that. Like, you can see that Last Resort has like 140 base power, whereas Double Edge has like 120. If he has like Last Resort, okay, I adjust my game plan accordingly, but I don't really think that that's going to be likely, saying as I have two Dark types on my team, and you're probably going to want to find type. Next we have the King Gambit, which I can one-shot with either a Hyper Beam or a Light of Ruin. Not too scared of that, but he does have Iron Head, which will one-shot my Floette. That's a problem. It will probably KO my Sylveon. I'm not entirely sure about that one. But not too scared of it. Next we have Ninetales, which, as you see here, he very well could go for a Choice Scarf set. But I'm just thinking Blizzard, Aurora Veil, that kind of deal, Icy Wind, because this is the fastest Pokemon. Like, will I be breaking Noivern? I doubt it, but Ninetales A, really strong. Then we have Milotic. I'm not really thinking he's gonna bring it. Like, it has Scald, it has Ice Beam, it has Icy Wind, it has Coil, it has Hypnosis, all those stuff. It could go for a Leftovers route. It could go for a Calm Mind route too. But I'm not really thinking that's gonna happen. Then we have Typhlosion Hasui. This is definitely coming, and it's definitely bringing Choice Scarf. Flat out. It's going to be Eruption, it's going to be Ghost Move, and it's going to be two fillers. That's just how it's going to be. Glimmora, Focus Sash. We all know how Glimmora plays. It'll one-shot my Floette and my Sylveon. Nothing more to say there. It could run Energy Ball. I'm not anticipating it. Now I have something special. My prediction team. I'm thinking he's going to bring Focus Sash, Glimmora, Mega Kangaskhan, Weirdeer, Mudstale with Pashleberry, because I did upload that Palafin video. I am not going to insult Hydra's intelligence. He's a pretty decent player. We're both undefeated for a reason. He's probably bringing Pashleberry. And then Lizard, Aurora Veil stuff, as I said, and then Eruption. Now, up here, I have like 3 teams or ideas for how I'm going to approach this. Like Liepard, Palafin, Floette, Sylveon. That's interesting. That's actually one of my go-tos that I'm imagining. But then Ditto, just in case, one of their Pokemon gets a boost or something. That'll be really interesting. And then Noivern, because my Noivern's the fastest thing that'll be on the field. But seeing as they have a Trick Room mode and Ice-type damage and potential Ice-type damage, I'm not too keen of it. Then we have Delphox, which has Grass Knot. It can use Reflect. Kisabberry, that's Ghost-type. It's supposed to be Colbur Berry for Dark-type, Kingambit. We don't want that. We're definitely going for a Mega Floette route. But being able to bring Delphox and get all this support up, that's also really valuable. Substitute is also here for an option to help stall Trick Room. It's interesting. Then this is more of the same, but here you see Fake Tears and Copycat. Fake Tears could lead to some shenanigans with Sylveon Hyper Voice and Copycat to stop the Trick Room, which is actually what I tried to do in one of my previous episodes. Yeah. So that's just a quick breakdown on what he's bringing, what I might bring, and the next segment will have what I actually brought to the battle. Okay, so here's the team I will be bringing to this 4th round. Liepard, Sylveon, Floette, Palafin, Crocodile, and Ditto. Okay. So, Liepard. No Focus Sash, but Chapel Berry. Reason being, I know that the Kangaskhan is going to have a fighting type move, and it's going to use it. Probably Hammer Arm, probably Drain Punch. I'm going to need this, all in all. So, Focus Sash will drop, but Chapel Berry will make me survive. Copycat is necessary because Trick Room will be the last move used, so I can Copycat that. Thunder Wave will be important in case to get for a fast mode. Encore is just a nice move to have. It just makes sure Liepard's doing something. And then Fake Tears for a cheeky little thing I plan on doing. Probably just spread damage from either Floette, Dazzling Gleam, or Hyper Voice. That'll be nice. Then we have Sylveon, which is my standard stat aside from the substitute. The substitute's just to ensure I'm able to stall whenever I need to stall, whether it be Trick Room, Aurora Veil, or whatever may have you. Hyper Beam is just so that I can get a KO on a potential Kingambit. I don't know if he's going to bring it though, but I know he's bringing Trick Room here. Floette, just a standard 3-move set. Palafin, standard Pala. And now we have Crocodile. Crocodile's importance here is as an acceptance of his challenge. I see on his team, he has Glamora, Typhlosion, and Kingambit. All of those Pokemon are weak to Crocodile. However, he has 2 other Pokemon, one of them being the prior Kingambit, and the other might lie. He's begging me to bring Crocodile. And that type of obsession is unhealthy. Now, I know that says Yachiberry. I'm probably going to switch that to Soft Band. Don't know yet. But if I can get that +2 off onto either of the Kingambit or the Milotic with Crocodile, I'm bringing in Ditto. Like, it's just happening. He's going to predict it, and I'm going to pop it in. He's going to use Citrus Berry. Everything's got to be good. It has max HP, and it has half, 17-17 in both of its offensive stats, just in case. This is going to be a stressful battle, and I am looking forward to it. All right, Ella. This will be the fourth game in the draft league. For Hydra, I'm honestly a little today. Alright, let's get this battle rolling. Kangaskhan Weird Deer, expected. Glamora Typhlosion, yep, normal. And then Ninetales Milotic. Okay. So my biggest thing here is honestly what I had anticipated doing. Palafin, Sylveon, switch into Lipard, and finish it off with Floette. Would that be possible with the Glamora in the back? Absolutely. I have a Palafin. Also, my Sylveon is calculated to live a, I don't know what they call it, double edge. Yeah, double edge. I labbed this out 2 days ago. I know what I'm doing. At least that's what I like to think. All right, good luck. Have fun. Kangaskhan Weird Deer? Exactly. Now, what happens if they double attack? They probably won't. They definitely expect me to switch out on the Palafin. They're probably going to hit in that case. But I can, yeah, Hyper Voice. Next turn we copycat. Unless, they just don't attack. I mean, unless they double attack. In that case, yeah, whatever. Okay, yeah. We're in a good position. Trick Room, copycat. Let me make sure I did everything right. Copycat. There's likely not going to be a Sucker Punch, so I'm going to Hyper Voice, and that'll put Kangaskhan into range of something. Oh, alright, cool. Copycat comes out. Room gets used. And let's see who's faster. The Kangaskhan's faster. Alright. And an interesting piece of information is that Kangaskhan is not only faster, but is also not Mega. Now, what I should have done is Encore into the Kangaskhan, which I will be doing next game. What's going to happen now is Fake Tears into the Kangaskhan and a little bit of a Protect. That's a substitute. Right, I am substitute. Yeah, Fake Tears, substitute, that'll reduce damage. Weirder comes out. So yeah, I'm able to take one free hit. I'm revealing a lot of information here, but this is fine. Gold comes out into the live part. Okay. This is 100% worth it. Now, that Weird Deer likely goes down to a Dazzling Gleam, so I'm most interested in just letting this rip. However, a Fake Tears into Milotic, and we send in a Moonblast. I'm not too impartial to just, Fake Tears Dazzling Gleam. Competitive does, activate. I'm not too scared of that. Scald goes into the Floette. Oh, I'm just slower entirely. Yeah, and this will break the substitute. Let's see what happens. Weird Deer gets taken to Psychial Bash comes out. Oh, that's what that does. Now, what's going to happen now is I'm going to Thunder Wave into the Milotic. This will lower its speed, and I'm going to launch another Dazzling Gleam. Now, the Kangaskhan is going to come out. That's going to hurt, like a lot. But if I can withstand its onslaught, I'm home free. And in truth, Lamora comes out. Alright, cool. Something interesting is that they know that my Floette's going to be slower. So likely my best play here is to just act like it. Oh, it's Mega. Does that change anything? So now I know it's not Sash. That is very interesting. Light Part flinches. Okay. Now I'm going to Encore the Kangaskhan and Jet Punch into the Glamora. That will kill. I'm playing to win, not to withhold information, because I am adamant and just a lot of stuff. I'm a lot. And now he knows my entire Light Parts moveset. Jet Punch comes out, it will kill the Glamora. Energy Ball comes out. This does a lot of damage, but it doesn't kill, which is highly important. Special defense falls. There's no mind games here. I'm just going to hit. Spiky Shield, Encore, takes another turn. I take Spiky Shield chip damage. I do need to... So yeah, if they get the double, struggle. I forgot. I forgot struggle was a move. Okay. What needs to change? First and foremost, I know that my team is hyper slow. Okay. So for game two, I'm likely going to have to. I don't mind bringing Crocodile here. I don't mind bringing Crocodile here. Ditto is interesting. Sylveon's not too important here. So in truth, what I can do is forego Liepard entirely and go for Crocodile and Float. All because I know I'm slow. Okay, game two. He's probably going to expect me doing the same game plan. I don't need to do the exact same thing. I just need to do something different. I'm expecting a just a close combat hyper voice to do some pretty substantial damage. However, Detect is probably my best bet since they're going to fake out into the Sylveon. Now, the Ninetales could have Freeze Dry. I'm not expecting that. Okay, that does fairly decent damage there, but I'm going to need to switch out now. And additionally, I'm pretty much in a worse position than I started. So what can actually happen is that I could switch into Crocodile and hope. Divulging comes in, so the Crocodile switch in is pretty decent. Yep, he's that one. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to need to see if my flaw is faster. Last Resort connects into the Sylveon. It doesn't kill. And this Dazzling Gleam picks up the Kangaskhan, but not the Typhlosion. So right now it's going to be a 2v3, or more accurately a 1v3 for Palafin, because Curse. Okay, so now my Sylveon's faster. Oh, that's what Curse does. As it goes. Switching isn't the best option. I just need something. Literally anything. Bomb comes out onto the Sylveon, that is important. But I do land this Light of Ruin. I think this is pretty overkill. So a Wisp onto the Floette, that gets some good damage off. Oh right, I do need the Light of Ruin. They are likely to... They're likely to protect onto Glamora, and even if they don't, the Energy Ball doesn't kill, we know this. So I'm just interested in the Dazzling Gleam here. That goes to Typhlosion and the Energy Ball into the Flip. Now, the Curse does end up killing. Ninetales comes in, but the Paladin doesn't really have enough to continue going. My best bet is to... My best bet is to Jet Punch into the Ninetales in. Honestly, it's probably Wave Crash. Alright, that's a thin victory. Yep. Good on Hydra. Both a really tough team to beat, and he himself is a good player. So yeah, that's week 4.